Hello and welcome to the GMAP training video series. My name is Erin Sudduth and I'm the branch manager for the Title I Part A Support and Improvement branch at the Kentucky Department of Education. This video includes instruction on the budget and budget overview pages in GMAP. Once again, I've logged into our GMAP test site as a test district for this demonstration. After logging in, I navigated to the current consolidated application and selected the budget page from the sections page, both of which are covered in the general overview and tips video in the GMAP training video series. This page details the items being purchased with Title I funds. On the main page, you'll see the categories within the overall budget: district and school activities, district parent and family engagement, non-public school activities, and non-public school parent and family engagement. After you've entered items into each budget, the total for each category will be displayed on this page. These totals should match the totals on previous pages, including the district set-aside page and the services to private schools page. The district and school activities category will equal the total district set-asides and school allocations minus the parent and family engagement funds. The total amount of district set-asides is calculated by GMAP on the district set-aside page, which is covered in the district set-aside video. However, you'll have to subtract the parent and family engagement amount from that total on your own. And the total school allocations is calculated by GMAP on the PPA page. The district parent and family engagement category must match the amount reserved on the district set-aside page. The non-public school activities will equal the total for private school activities minus the amount budgeted for private school parent and family engagement. And the non-public school parent and family engagement will match the amount calculated by GMAP on the services to private schools page. In order to ensure you allocate the correct amounts in each category, it's recommended that you start with the private school budgets, then move to the parent and family engagement budget, and leave the district and school activities budget for last. Once you've completed the budget, the remaining balance on this page will be $0. And you also have the option to download the entire budget as an Excel spreadsheet using the Download Budget Data tool. To add items to the budget, you'll click the Modify button next to that budget category. To add a new budget detail, click Add Budget Detail. You will select an object code from the drop-down menu, and then you'll enter the cost. All budget items require a narrative with a detailed description before the application can be approved by KDE. The narrative does not have to be exhaustively detailed or a list of every item to be purchased, but rather it should provide your KDE consultant with an idea of how each category will be used. For categories related to personnel, the narrative will be relatively brief. For example, fringe benefits for 5 FTE teachers. For other categories, such as general supplies and supplemental books, the narratives must be a bit more descriptive. And GMAP provides the option to assign costs to a specific location within the district. The default selection is the district itself, but you can choose any of the schools from the drop-down menu. Assigning specific locations to each budget item is optional and may be done at the discretion of the district. However, there are several benefits to breaking the budget down by location. So to show you that, first I'm going to enter some different costs at different locations. Once you've entered all of the necessary information for a budget item, you will click Create to add the item to the budget. So we'll add just a few more budget items to show you how this location assigning will benefit you. Near the top of each individual budget page, there is an option to filter the budget. So you'll click on district/school, and that allows you to select and deselect to filter by location. For example, if I wanted to see costs assigned to the district, I will filter district, and I can do that for each location. This makes it easy to ensure that the budget aligns with the rest of the application. So if I filter by the district, the total down at the bottom should match the total on the district set-aside page minus parent and family engagement. And when I filter by each school, the total should match the amount allocated to that school on the PPA page. When reviewing your application, your Title I consultant can quickly use these filters to check alignment when reviewing for approval as well as during monitoring. When revised allocations are released later in the year, districts will update the district set-aside and/or the PPA pages accordingly based on the increase or decrease in their allocation. If the budget is broken down by location, it's much easier to go in and adjust the budgeted amounts to align with the new totals on the rest of the application. So although it requires a bit more time during the initial application process, it can save you a lot of time during application revisions, monitoring, as well as regular checks to align GMAP and MUNIS. And again, this method is a recommendation rather than a requirement. As you can see, I now have the option to edit or delete each budget item, and you will continue repeating the add budget detail process until all expenses have been documented. Now to move to another budget category, you can either click Return at the top of the page or select a different category from the drop-down menu to move directly to that budget category. Now when all budget categories are complete, return to the main budget page by clicking the Return button. As always, remember to use the Save and Go To tool to save your work before navigating to another page. The next page is the Budget Overview page. There's no information that needs to be entered on this page. It simply allows you to view the budget through some different filters. Thank you for watching the GMAP training video series.